Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to this NIGHTBIRD QR code video. I hope everyone enjoyed Backlash, and I know there was disappointment at not getting the Wyatt 6 at the end of the show, but honestly, we got a QR code and it's pretty juicy. There's some really good stuff in here. So, and I think we know when they're going to arrive as well. Certainly there is a date in this, which I think is a big indicator as to when we're going to get going with this group. I think the other thing we maybe need to remember is that we started the build for this at WrestleMania because of Bray's documentary, but maybe things weren't quite 100% ready at that point for them to debut. So perhaps we're having to use a little bit of this time to just make sure everything is in order, right? So I know people are like, why is this taking so long? But there might be a good reason for that. It might be because we started the build when we had to. You know, the Bray documentary was a great place to start the build for this, and that's where it all began. So that was a great place to start things. And then obviously we've been doing this NIGHTBIRD stuff ever since, but perhaps they're just not quite ready, which is why Backlash isn't where they've landed, right? So, fine, fair play, no problems, and as I said, I think this is pretty juicy. So, WrestlePlug, with this QR code screen capture, right, you can see, I think that's the bride in the background. Looks like she's about to unveil herself. Looking at the skin color, looking at the hair color, there's not much more to go by, but I do get Nikki Cross vibes. I do look at this person and see Nikki Cross. That person there could unveil themselves, and I would expect to see Nikki Cross's face, right? So I don't know about Alexa. I think the dark hair color is kind of throwing me off a little bit. So even this image here feels quite noteworthy, but there's not really much more to dig into than that. So I don't know, Nikki Cross? I haven't seen her in a while. She absolutely is expected to be a part of this. Is she the bride? Right, then we get the QR code, so you can scan that, and it takes us here, look, to WWE.com, Porte Averte, okay? Now, I thought that was a port where, like, ships live, but apparently not. So, Herman, shout out to you. Magic Banana found out that if you put this into a Google Translate, it comes back open door, right? And we've heard about doors being opened during NIGHTBIRD. Obviously, we saw it in White Rabbit. That is how Bray returned. That door featured as part of his return. Featured as well whenever he was doing like an in-ring promo, he would once again come through that door. So open door very much fits in with the theme of White Rabbit and the theme of NIGHTBIRDs. As you said, I was about to go onto Google Maps to see if I could find a place that had this as a name, but this makes a lot of sense. So there we go, Magic Banana, well done. So when you actually go to that address and you click on it, what you get is you get two sound audio players with two audio clips, and obviously we're going to play both of those. If you highlight in between them, you get "you did this," right? We know there's been a lot of hidden messages on the screen, like you have to try and highlight and go like in the black areas to see if anything's hidden, and this was "you did this" was hidden in between these two players. Now these players are quite interesting because it was only yesterday that someone discovered that if you call the number, right, for White Rabbit, if you actually call that number, then you get an audio file, right? You actually get an audio message. And lo and behold, that audio message that we played on Unseen yesterday, right, that is one of the messages today. That is been used in the actual campaign today. So that's crazy, isn't it? That is crazy, but it gets crazier because Ian, shout out to you, went into the source codes and look at this. Sneaky Penfold 200. Sneaky Penfold 200. That is insane. Do you know why that is insane? The person that found that audio file early is called Penfold 200. The person that tagged us in that file, that let us know that this phone number delivers like this audio clip, that was Penfold 200. It might explain why so many people have tried to call that number and just got a busy tone or not got anywhere, because I think as soon as that information leaked out, my guess is they took it down. My guess is that they decided not to do it that way. They probably felt like maybe that way it was ruined, maybe, or I don't know. Like, I don't know. This is crazy, isn't it? So Penfold 200 found this early, 24 hours early, told us about it. We did the video on it. And then in the source code for today's QR code, it says, sneaky, sneaky Penfold 200. I sent Penfold 200 a message. If I actually click over onto my account, I said, oh my God, Penfold 200, are you safe? I haven't heard from Penfold 200. I mean, look, if I go further back down into my channel, into my Twitter, here, look, there is Penfold from 23 hours ago. It's quite hard to record from another phone because the screen recording wasn't picking up the audio, right? Fantastic work, my friend. NIGHTBIRD fans, check this out. That was 23 hours ago at the time of recording this. That was Penfold 200. Penfold 200. Who, let's click. Has Penfold 200 even realized yet? No, look. Look. Penfold 200. Get online. Penfold 200. You're in the source code, man. So, there we go. Joined April 2024. Only 55 posts. Oh, it's all eyes on Penfold 200 now, isn't it? We're all looking at Penfold 200 now. So there we go. There's Penfold 200s. Dude, you're in the source codes. You're like a celebrity. You're like Taylor Swift. So there we go. So anyway, let's carry on. So we had that. And that was just amazing, 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 amazing. Sneaky, sneaky Penfold 200. As well in the source code, shillings in a guinea, okay? Standard TCP IP port number for an FTP. I don't know, right? What we do know is that there are 21 shillings in a guinea, okay? And my guess is that a standard TCP IP port number for FTP, my guess is that's probably 5, right? It's probably 5, because if we're going to end with 521, then that is going to take us to May 25th. 21 days away from now is May 25th, and that is King and Queen of the Ring. So it's 21 days away from this QR code, King and Queen of the Ring, right? So that feels huge. So here, look, there are 21 shillings in a guinea. I'm trying to figure out the significance. Well, Ronnie worked it out. He said 21 days from now is King and Queen of the Ring on May 25th. And there are other things in here that really reinforce King and Queen of the Ring. I wanted to show you this as well, because around the exact same time as the QR code drop in, Joe Gacy tweeted out, "Where am I?" And he's been tweeting this out a fair bit, so could Gacy be a part of this as well? So I've told you, you click on the QR codes, you get that URL, which translates as open door. When you go to it, you get the 2 audio players. In the middle, it says you did this hidden. If you then actually click on the audio players, open them in a new tab, right, you actually get some new URLs, right? One of them, I've got them both here. One of them is V-XXV in Roman numerals. That's 525. That is the date of King and Queen of the Ring 525 V-XXV. That's the URL for the audio clip, okay? The other URL for the audio clip, I haven't worked this one out yet, but it says 99 underscore and then 5 ones. 5 ones could be to do with Wyatt 5, the 6th being Bray. So the 5 ones may be that. But yeah, 99 underscore 1111 5 ones. 5 ones make me think there's going to be 5 in the group, but what does the 99 mean? Still haven't worked that one out, to be perfectly truthful with you. What does that mean? So, there we go. You've got that information as well. So here you can see, look, Deleth, shout out to you. This is one of the file names for the audio clips. 525 is the date of King and Queen of the Ring. Excellent work. And Super Ragnar said, King and Queen of the Ring is May 25th. That is Bo's birthday. What a day to debut on your birthday. Makes total sense, doesn't it? So I think for me, King and Queen of the Ring is definitely feeling like where we're going to actually get this new group, right? I think there's a few indicators there that we're 21 days away from King and Queen of the Ring. We've got the Roman numerals for the date. It so happens to be Bo's birthday as well. A lot of stuff I like there. A lot of stuff I like. So let's go over to one of the audio files, right? There's nothing on screen here. There's nothing to highlight or anything, unfortunately. But let's play this. So this is the VXXV audio file. So this, let's turn it up, make sure we've got good sound. Can't remember which one this is, actually. It might be the one we listened to on Unseen, but let's give it a listen.
You think you're so close to finding him.
It is.
But you don't even know what you're looking for. He's not what you think. He just wants to help. That's all he's ever wanted. He opens up his arms and makes you feel like you matter. Like you belong. He doesn't change you. He reminds you. He wants to know, why did you forget about them? He says he opened the door, and the time of secrets has come to an end.
See, that definitely feels like it could be Alexa with her voice being distorted. It could just be someone else, couldn't it? I mean, it could be some girl from the makeup department, right? It could be anybody that just, they've got to read that out. But, yeah, if I was to, like, have to put a wrestler to that, Alexa is what I'd be leaning to on that one. But, I don't know. I think I like this because it gives you an idea as to why they've all come together. You know, these are people that have been released. These are people that feel that they've been let down, and they've all been brought together by seemingly Uncle Howdy. He doesn't change you. He just reminds you. It's quite interesting, that. It's quite interesting. So that was the first one, right? But I think the second one is, dare I say, even more interesting because we hadn't heard this one. We hadn't heard this. And this is, I think, really indicating that Erick Rowan is on the way. We know he's re-signed with WWE recently. He was the one that wore the sheep's mask in the original Bray Wyatt family. We did also have Braun wear the black sheep's mask, but Erick Rowan wore the normal white sheep's mask. We know that Braun just got drafted during the draft, but Erick Rowan didn't. So I'm thinking Braun might be off doing other things at the moment. What about Erick Rowan? So let's listen to this one.
Do you know the story of the shepherd and the lost sheep?
Okay, this is really distorted. It's, do you know the story of the... Is it the sheep herder and the lost sheep? The shepherd and the lost sheep.
Do you know the story of the shepherd and the lost sheep?
Yeah, the shepherd.
The shepherd left 99 others to search for the one sheep that had gone missing.
He left 99 others to search for the one sheep that had gone missing.
He rejoiced when he found it.
He rejoiced when he found it.
But what happened when my precious sheep went missing?
What?
Missing. He rejoiced when he found it. But what happened when my precious sheep went missing?
But what happened when my precious sheep went missing?
None of you cared.
None of you
Their
cared.
families didn't care.
Their families didn't care.
Their friends didn't care.
Their friends didn't
You
care.
let the darkness take them. Left them shackled in hell all alone.
The darkness took them, left them shackled and all alone. Is that what they said? Left them shackled and all alone?
Let the darkness take them. Left them shackled in hell all alone. But I set them free. They are my family now.
I set them free. They are my family now.
And we will do anything to protect our family.
And we will do anything to protect our family.
I can't wait for you to see what they've become.
I can't wait for you to see what we've become.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Amazing, isn't it? That's amazing. I feel like they're talking about Rowan there. That's how it seems to me. None of you cared and all that kind of stuff. That's been really coming across in these, you know, in the source codes and everything as well, about empathy and all of that. So I know it's disappointing we didn't actually get them tonight, but I still think what we got was really good. I really enjoyed this one. So yeah, let me know if you found anything else down in the comments below. Penfold, please let us know if you're still with us, because I hope you've not been got by the sheep and the shepherds and everyone. That's one of the craziest things I've ever seen, man. They did this for White Rabbit before. There was a load of people that were trying to work stuff out on Reddit before, and some of their usernames got mentioned in the source code last time during White Rabbit. So they have done this, but sneaky Penfold 200. One of my absolute favorite moments in all of either White Rabbit or Nightbirds is that moment right there. Brilliant. Thanks a lot for watching. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.